This episode has been brought to you by surviveandprotectonline.com. And now, here's your What's the 411 news brief. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to What's the 411, and we got a news brief. There seems to be a new sheriff in town, and he's getting rid of all those race soldiers one by one. All right, so let's take a look. Wyoming's first black sheriff fires a white deputy for years of alleged racism. A white deputy is being sued for years of alleged racist insults and name calling towards a black subordinate. The first black sheriff in the history of Wyoming has had enough. Aaron Applehands, who was hired in February 2021, fired a white deputy who is being accused of antagonizing a former black subordinate for years with racist insults and name calling that eventually led him to quit. The white deputy is former Albany County Patrol Sergeant Christian Handley and is being sued by Corporal Jamin Johnson, who quit in 2017 after years of dealing with alleged racist remarks from Handley. There was an alleged incident where Handley was driving past Johnson's home, and as Johnson was leaving his house, his wife and kids, Handley yelled out an obscenity and the N-word. The lawsuit says that Handley later apologized for the incident because he didn't realize his family was there. Even if his family wasn't there, the alleged racist comments are still racist. Doesn't matter if Johnson's family was there or not. Johnson is suing Handley and is seeking damages for the years of racism he allegedly had to deal with. Well, first off, before we go and continue, I kind of salute this brother, for filing a lawsuit, number one, as he should. But he shouldn't have let this guy run him off his job. You should have stood 10 toes down on your job and kept it pushing and stood up for yourself. And it's a lesson for other black officers across this country and across the globe, where you have white bosses, or some of them some police department, they call them managers. Well, I don't know why that is, but this goes to show, when you get mistreated, you stand up for yourself. Don't let them run you off your job. All right. You let them know what you got to let them know, and don't back down. It's just simple as that. All right. Don't let these race soldiers who come in here, just like we all know, the FBI reported some years ago in early 2000 that there are white supremacists that have infiltrated law enforcement departments. And they're still in there hiding through and doing their thing. Whenever they get a chance to do what they got to do, they do it. So they're still in there. But I want to shout out to this sheriff, Aaron Applehands, for doing his thing, getting rid of these race soldiers as he should. And so let's continue. The allegations put a new spotlight on the sheriff's office in Laramie, the Albany County seat, known for the murder of gay University of Wyoming student Matthew Shepard in 1998, a crime that drew unprecedented attention to the LGBTQ rights and hate crimes. The racism allegations come after Aaron Applehand's appointment as Wyoming's first black sheriff in the wake of an outcry in Laramie over a deputy's 2018 shooting of an unarmed man who had been diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder. It might have been schizophrenia. I don't know. Might be a typo there. Handley used racial slurs to refer not only to Johnson, but to black citizens he came in contact with on the job, including 4 University of Wyoming students who were in a vehicle he once pulled over. According to Johnson's lawsuit against Handley, filed January 18th in U.S. District Court of Cheyenne, the suit didn't provide the reason for the stop. Hanley declined to comment when reached by phone and asked about the lawsuit Monday. All of the alleged racist incidents against Johnson took place years before Applehands was appointed the sheriff of Albany County, who was not aware of what was going on until shortly after he was brought on. But he has made some changes to ensure incidents like this do not occur again. Some of these charges include moving internal investigations from the sheriff's office to the Albany County Human Resources Office, and Sheriff Applehands has to sign off on every hire, promotion, and dismissal. Hanley's racial insults went much farther than just calling Johnson the N-word. Allegedly, Hanley told Johnson that being intimate with a black woman would be degrading. Internal investigations found that Hanley's racism was well known and would lead to him getting promotions and preferential treatment over Johnson, who was more experienced. I guess Hanley was part of the little old boys, what I say, good old boys club, and Johnson was too black to join. Hanley began subjecting Johnson to overt and abhorrent racism when they were both deputies from 2011 to 2014, and Johnson was the department's only black officer, the lawsuit alleges. Hanley nonetheless climbed the ranks in the sheriff's office, becoming part of the department's good old boys club and a trusted, quote, trusted voice in personnel decisions, the lawsuit claims. Now, before I finish this out, it's interesting how he was, this Hanley guy was looked at as the trusted voice. So that goes to look at who was these people that was considering him a trusted voice, and are they still in this department, and they need to be removed as well if they're still lurking around the department. Soon after being promoted to patrol sergeant, Hanley wrote a performance review accusing Johnson of engaging in several forms of misconduct over the previous year, which meant that Hanley was taking notes on Johnson and decided to unleash pent-up racism after becoming his boss, according to the lawsuit. Hanley also wrote several other sham disciplinary actions against Johnson, all designed to force his resignation, alleges the lawsuit. The lawsuit says Hanley's alleged claims against Johnson were not supported by evidence, but Hanley was able to persuade Applehand's predecessor, Sheriff Dave O'Malley, interesting, to give an ultimatum to Johnson to either accept a suspension or a demotion. Johnson chose the latter and soon resigned, costing the man his job. That is just foul. If these allegations are found to be true, Johnson needs all the compensation for the years of torment he went through. Facts. All right. Straight facts. So what do you guys think about this particular situation? And again, to all the black officers, you don't need to be hanging out with these guys just to fit in. You need to be yourself. Don't be no sucker. Stand up for yourself. When these fools do some ill nonsense, you need to call it out. Don't be scared, because quite frankly, you carry a weapon too, in case you get threatened by any one of them. And I'm sure you got the same skills. And in this case, it looks like Johnson was more experienced than Hanley. And so don't be back down. Don't allow them to force you out your job, and definitely don't wait years to decide to file a lawsuit. Okay, I'm not saying anything about this case, but if something goes down, don't wait on it. All right, simply do not wait on that. Okay, so that's it for this news brief. If you guys feel like you're getting informed and getting information that the mainstream news media does not care to provide, the links down in below on the screen and is in the description. Show your support to What's the 411. And with that being said, This is What's the 411, and we out of here. Peace. And now, here's your What's the 411 news brief.